Make sure to check out my Patreon for exclusive videos never before seen on YouTube. And don't forget to also check out the memberships on my channel page to join and gain access to perks and see videos early. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell and be notified of new videos. All the support goes to the production of the channel for better content. Now let's get into the video. Real quick before the video starts, I just want to let you guys know on some quick news. If you guys have not seen the community page where I have posted a new update, I will be dropping another day at my other job. This means that I will be able to do YouTube pretty much full time. This means that I'll be able to edit videos much better, and I'll be able to upload at least one membership video a week, maybe even more. I will also be starting a new commission. This also means that if you guys want me to make a custom video on a what if scenario just for you only, I will make one for you. So if you guys want more questions about that, you can comment down below, or you can join the Discord, which is in the link down below as well, to ask more questions about it. But anyway, thank you all so much for the support. As this video gets to 300 likes, I shall continue on to the next part. But anyway, let's get into the video. After the defeat of Zamasu and Goku Black, things finally went back to normal for all the Z fighters. Peace was finally restored until shortly afterward, the same events for the Tournament of Power would have still happened, with Goku still promising Zeno a thing to go fight. Now you guys remember, Goku promised to do something like this before, so Zeno's holding him up to that. When Goku goes to meet Zeno, Zeno would then offer the Tournament of Power idea. Goku would then agree, thinking that it's a great idea. Beerus will be terrified, as if they lose, they will then lose their universe. The Grand Priest would then prepare everything and explain that within the next 24 hours, they will then begin the power. So when all the 12 universes were then notified of the Tournament of Power, Goku needs to start building his team. Now from what we know, Majin Buu would have still fallen asleep just like the original, but Goku would have still went to go get Frieza so he can have somebody as a backup in case anything happens, because they don't know how strong the other beings are, nor does Whis and Beerus. There was rumor of a mortal who is as strong as a god of destruction or has even surpassed it in another universe, but they don't know where or which one. As Beerus thinks that it could be him, but Whis says no, it's somebody else. This got Goku pumped, as there was somebody that strong out there that could actually fight him. But the team is pretty much the exact same team as the original What If, as it was all the original Z fighters that would have all arrived ready to battle in the Tournament of Power. Gohan would have still been the team leader and he would have led the fight. Gohan and their Earthlings would have all banded together to start working together. Goku and Vegeta would have split off on their own to go battle their own thing, same with Frieza, as he's not much of a team player. This is when Frieza, again, he has kept his training up, and Goku would have still met him with Baba like before, but this time around it's not as evenly sided. Frieza would still get a good hit on Goku, but it wouldn't really hurt him. Goku would actually be in base form the whole time. Now this is when Goku would have fought Caulifla for a very short period until Caulifla would have gotten really upset, and she would have then started attacking Goku in her new buff legendary form. Now this is when Kale will continue attacking Goku until Goku would then grab her hand in base form and be able to nearly knock her out of the ring with a powerful ki blast. Jiren would have not have butted in during that side note, so Goku would not have been able to see his power. Now Jiren would have hit that one new creature, making a massive explosion with just a single punch. Now before we dive deeper into the Tournament of Power, Goku would have fought Toppo just like before, and also Bergamo. Now Goku would have easily defeated Bergamo without needing to really transform. You could say maybe he would go Super Saiyan, but Super Saiyan Blue and stuff is really pushing it. And even the same thing with Toppo. Goku and Super Saiyan can match Toppo and overpower him without the need of Blue or Kaioken before the fight gets truly heated. Now this is when Goku would then meet Jiren. During the Tournament of Power, after Kale was nearly knocked out, Belmod would then tell Jiren that Goku is the main threat, and if they defeat him, then the Tournament of Power will be a breeze. This is when Jiren would then begin his fight with Goku. Goku in base form was able to knock Jiren back surprisingly with his raw power. As remember here, Goku has been training for all these years. With Broly's adaptability and potential, Goku here is insanely powerful. Base form Goku is kind of handling it similar to how Blue Goku did, and Jiren was able to start overpowering him using more of his strength. This is when Goku would then turn Super Saiyan and then continue the match, and he would then go into Super Saiyan 2 just for extra keeping. Being able to keep up with Jiren and battling him back and forth, Belmod was shocked how this mortal's not even using God Ki fully yet, but he's able to match Jiren in power. This makes no sense. Beerus would then smirk and state that Son Goku is not even trying yet. This is not even his full power. Goku and Jiren seem to be fighting equally, but Jiren is of course holding back more power. Jiren would then showcase Goku way more of his power, shocking the whole arena, as their battle was so intense that people were getting knocked off left and right who were lesser in power. Goku would then transform into a Super Saiyan God. This is where the match would then take a big turn. In Super Saiyan God, he would easily overpower Jiren at his full power, knocking him around the arena, and Jiren is losing the match, as then Toppo would then try to jump in to help Jiren, but he was easily tossed away. Jiren, now on the losing end, would then see back to his past and see his trauma. His master being defeated by somebody and he was not strong enough. This would then make Jiren snap and turn into his limit-breaking form. Jiren, using his full power now, his inner potential, he would then attack Goku with everything he has. Goku was still able to hold his own against Jiren, but Jiren's power was steadily rising as he was growing more angrier and stronger. Goku was shocked by the sudden power boost by Jiren, but he was able to hold his own very well. This is when Jiren would then knock Goku back right through the multiple pillars, destroying the arena, as most of the participants are knocked out by now, even Anaraza and others, because of the raw power that these two are producing. The others are just staying clear out of the way, as Vegeta is now watching in awe. This is when Vegeta would then take his own fight and actually go battle Toppo. Now Vegeta here would have showcased Blue Evolution, but this time he was actually able to access it easier on his own, as he's already been practicing towards his power, Toppo using his job destruction form, but Vegeta being much more stronger, he would have easily overpowered Toppo. Toppo would have no chance against this version of Vegeta, and Vegeta would not need to do the self-destruct to defeat him. A final flash with everything he had was more than enough to knock out Toppo out of the ring. With Gohan, since he's been keeping his training up and training even harder, alongside with Frieza, Gohan was actually able to match Dispo and be able to defeat him, even with Dispo's light speed mode. But Dispo would have no chance. Now Frieza's been kind of snaking around, doing his own thing. This is when Frieza would actually battle Kale and Caulifla. Frieza would have easily handled them, but Frieza lets a bad thing happen as he would then start to destroy Kale in their match using death beams, as they don't have any chance against Frieza, since Frieza's not holding back at all and he's not showing any mercy to them whatsoever. This is when they would then resort to the fusion dance, and then of course doing the fusion technique, thus getting the Batara earrings and then fusing into one. This is when Kefla would then appear and they would start overpowering Frieza. But you have to remember, Goku was starting to be overpowered because he had no energy left. He was losing power very quickly and he didn't really have that much energy to move around and do much. But Goku in his Super Saiyan Blue form was way weaker than he originally was, as this was stated, that his stamina ran out. Goku in Super Saiyan Blue was actually able to handle Kefla and hold his own no problem. But Frieza at his full power, not holding back and he had plenty of energy, he was actually able to match Kefla and keep up with her for a very long time. Now Frieza knows when to end a fight, but once when Kefla would then knock him towards a rock pillar, he seemed defeated. She would then laugh, as then Frieza would then use his tail to grab her by the neck, and he would then fire a massive death ball right into her stomach, which would severely wound the fusion. They would then launch through multiple pillars, as both Frieza and Kefla were completely exhausted. Frieza by this point was then getting ready to attack again, before Hit would then jump in and tag team Frieza. This is when Frieza would start to get overwhelmed, as he's already tired as is. The next person who would jump in would actually be Gohan. Since Gohan has actually defeated Dispo and the others, he would then jump in and battle Hit, and on top of this, he would be able to defeat Hit. As Gohan quickly gets used to his time skipping ability, Hit would then use his time locking ability, trapping Gohan within his own time. Gohan was now stuck as Kefla begins hitting him and knocking him nearly off the ring. Gohan remembers his family, Videl, Pan. Gohan cannot lose this match. As his eyes would then glow red and then swirl, he would then transform into his beast form for the first time. Goku and Jiren would then stop their fight, seeing Gohan's raw power. It was incredible. Goku's never seen anything like this before, same with Jiren and everybody else. It was incredible power. Gohan would then shatter out of the time phase, and he would then be able to easily overpower Hit, delivering a powerful Masenko attack, sending Hit and Kefla right out of the ring, defeating them. Gohan still had plenty of energy, as he then challenges anybody else to match him. A couple of other people then tried teaming up on Gohan, but him and Piccolo would have easily knocked out anybody in their way. Now back to the Goku versus Jiren match. Jiren has no chance. As true, Goku was still in Super Saiyan God, he would then transform into a Super Saiyan Blue at his full strength. He would then attack Jiren with everything he has and overpower him. Goku would not have the side effect of Ultra Instinct as we know, as since he never turned into it, he never turned into Mastered and then got that nasty side effect, nearly destroying his body. Now Android 17 and 18 would still be here like the original, as that really would not change, but other than that, things would have been peaceful, as then Goku would have easily knocked out Jiren, knocking him right out of the ring and then winning the entire tournament. This is when the Dragon Balls would then appear, and since Gohan was the team leader, he would be able to be granted the wish. He would then wish for all the universes to be brought back, just like Zeno foresaw. Frieza would then tell them to hurry up and send him back to Hell, but this is when Whis would actually revive him, as this is a gift from Beerus. Frieza would then state that he'll not stop his evil ways, as Goku would then explain that he will stop him if he ever tries. This is when peace was finally restored to all the universes, and Goku was excited to go fight Jiren again if that ever happens. No one has pushed him this far in a very long time other than Whis. This is when now we are going to cut forward, and we're going to actually jump into the Moro arc. Now with the Moro arc, from what we know, the Moro arc is originally when Moro would escape from the Galactic Patrol and he would start to quickly overpower everybody with his magical abilities. But before we jump into this one fully, we gotta go over the Broly arc. And with the Broly arc, Paragus would have still been found by Chi-Lai and Lemmo just like before, and they would meet Broly. Frieza would have still taken Broly and find an interest in his power. His adaptability seems similar to that of the Son Goku's. He would then still use Broly and Paragus kind of to use them to get revenge. Frieza would have still sent Broly and Paragus to planet Earth with them to go get the Dragon Ball so he could wish himself to be taller. This is when he would also use Broly to go battle. Paragus still has hatred towards Vegeta just like before. The roundup will be just like before, as Paragus would then tell Broly to go attack Vegeta. Now of course Vegeta even in base form was overpowering Broly, but quickly as the fight was going on, Broly was growing stronger and stronger as he would begin to overpower base form Vegeta. This is when Vegeta would then transform into a Super Saiyan, and he would overpower Broly again, but Broly was quickly growing more and more in power. Once when Vegeta did turn into a Super Saiyan God, it was overkill by this point, as Goku even told Vegeta to stop, Vegeta would then launch a massive attack hitting Broly. Broly would begin powering up, using more of the Great Ape state, but not yet, as once when Vegeta then landed a solid punch on Broly, it did nothing. This is when Broly would then start to overpower Vegeta, knocking him around the whole Arctic area, as by this point, this is when, of course, Frieza, as you guys can remember, is sitting there with Paragus, wondering why can't Broly even turn into a Super Saiyan. And then Paragus didn't even know that was a thing. He never knew that was possible. This would irritate Frieza more than anything else, as now Frieza has to deal with the fact that, of course, with them actually being that weak, what are they going to do now? Now with Paragus on the running end, being terrified of the fact about how strong Vegeta was, Broly's power continues to rise, as Chi-Lai would have still taken Shock Collar that would have originally controlled Broly from what we know. Since this happens, Broly's power is continuing to rise and rise without stopping. With his power continuing to rise without question, they are now running out of options on what to do. As Broly's power continued to rise, Vegeta would start to get overpowered very quickly, until Goku would then cut him off, and explain, hey, you're going to be fighting me next. Goku now battling Broly. Goku in base form will be able to match Broly and hold his own very well against him. But Broly's power was quickly rising, Goku would see that, but Broly's adaptability was rising, same with Goku's. Goku would then transform into a Super Saiyan, just for double measure, as he would overpower Uzaru level Broly or Akari Broly. This is when Frieza would then see that he's reached his limit. This is when Frieza would then fire a death beam, killing Paragus, and then explaining to Broly that he died from one of his blasts. This would then make Broly snap and then transform into a Super Saiyan. With Broly now as a Super Saiyan level character, this is a massive change, as Broly's now way stronger, but there's no Gogeta yet. As Goku and Vegeta originally were in Super Saiyan Blue and they couldn't even match him, they needed to fuse, Goku would then get pumped up. As he would then transform into a Super Saiyan God, he would then start to overpower Broly even in a Super Saiyan state. Their clashes were then shattering the dimensions around them, as Broly, even by this point, would then turn into his full power mode. This is when Goku would start to go overkill, and he would then go into Super Saiyan Blue, which was more than enough to defeat Broly. Broly was on the losing end, as Goku then charged up a full power Kamehameha, firing it right at Broly. Chi-Lai would then still make the wish to wish him back to planet Vampa. This is when Goku, by this point, would have had to take in a ship, as there's no missing transmission. He would have had to go on and meet Broly, as it would have been a few weeks later. With the advanced ships that Bulma has, he can get there. He would then tell Broly all about the fact that, well, these are the pods for you, and of course, I will come see you again. And this is when Broly would then smile, and then Goku would offer to teach him later down the line, as he finds Broly's power amazing. They have adaptability very similar to each other. Now cutting forward to the Moro arc, he would have still broken out just like before, and he would have still taken over Earth and then of course Planet Namek like people know. Now, during the Moro arc, the biggest change is when they first meet. Now, as we know with the other androids that Moro has, he would have easily been defeated by Gohan at this point, not even being fast enough to even take his powers. Now, Goku, would he have trained with Miras? This is where some changes are going to occur. Goku being so powerful, Moro literally has no chance of touching Goku, since Goku in Super Saiyan Blue was really holding back against Broly. He didn't want to kill him. Goku at full power would have easily defeated Moro, easily when he was even older. But remember, Moro's power was to take Ki. So Moro would have quickly aged much faster, absorbing their power, but Goku was still able to match him because his power was growing non-stop as well. Now, since they are battling back and forth, Goku doesn't really know about Moro's magical abilities just yet. This is where Goku would actually be defeated, as Moro was non-stop growing stronger and stronger and stronger. He would then defeat Goku. As Moro was then taking over the universe, eating planets, Goku was taken by Miras and he was trained. Now, this is when he would actually be trained in the ways of Ultra Instinct. The way that Goku has actually been training recently with Whis, as Whis thinks that he has the power and the adaptability to handle it. Now, they never thought that a mortal could ever access his power, but Goku training with Miras secretly, Goku would learn how to use Ultra Instinct on his own, even adding it to his forms, as Goku's adaptability is that busted. This is when, after the training with Miras, Goku received a ungodly big power boost. That's absolutely insane. Considering the fact that he trained with Miras and he's pushing him harder than he's ever been pushed before, Goku's power is terrifying. Goku has far exceeded the gods of destruction by this point easily, and potentially at this Ultra Instinct level, when he learns to control it fully, he's definitely able to contend with the angels. Goku would have then arrived back and fought Moro for the second time. This time he would not hold back, and he would easily overpower Moro, as it wasn't even a comparison. Moro would have been defeated by Goku, as Goku would have used the energy to destroy him. After Moro was defeated, peace was finally brought back to the planet Earth. This was when now we're going to cut forward into the Dragon Ball superhero. Now, we know that the manga is technically after the Granola arc, but if you do want to jump into the Granola arc, that's where we're going to go. And with the Granola arc, he would have still made the wish to become the most powerful mortal in the universe. The downside is technically he would have died, as he only had a few years left, considering how strong Goku and Vegeta was. Imagine them now, mainly Goku. Vegeta would have still unlocked Ultra Ego, but we're going to say for what if sakes that Granola was actually able to make the wish. This makes him scary powerful, way stronger than Beerus, so Goku is technically the only hope. Now, once when Granola actually battles Goku, he would start to be overpowered by Goku, as Goku was quickly growing in strength. But Granola was growing stronger too, to battle against the Wish. Now, this is when Goku would still learn about his Saiyan heritage, learned about his father Bardock, how he actually fought Gas like originally, and Goku would accept his Saiyan heritage. Thus, Goku would then unlock TUI, which is True Ultra Instinct, and he would have overpowered Granola. Unfortunately, Granola would have then died because of the fact that his body was aging rapidly. Similar to how Gas did like the original, Gas would have still made the wish himself, but he was aging and he looked as bad as he did when he started. This is when Gas would then challenge Goku and charge in. Goku would then use the full power of his Ultra Instinct and deliver a Black Frieza move, hitting him right in the stomach, and it would cause him to literally fall apart. Now, since this does happen, now we're going to cut forward to Black Frieza. Frieza trained for 10 years to grow even stronger. He would have then appeared and challenged Goku to a match. Goku would have accepted. Now, since the two would begin fighting, Frieza in base form was actually able to hold his own against base form Goku. Once when he turns into Black Frieza, this is where the biggest change is going to occur. Now that Frieza has transformed, his power was terrifying. Goku was shocked with how strong he was able to get. Vegeta does want a shot at him, but even in his Ultra Ego state, he would have gotten one shot by Frieza no matter what. Frieza doesn't even consider him a challenge, as Frieza just wants some revenge, as this is when, of course, now that, of course, Frieza, his new Black Frieza form, Goku and him would then begin going at it. Goku, with his Ultra Instinct form, he was able to dodge most of Frieza's attacks. Frieza would then shock Goku at his power as it continuously rises and rises and rises. This is when Frieza would then see, as now he's using his full strength in his new black form, but it was not enough to actually stop Goku. Goku's adaptability was quickly rising higher than Frieza could even keep up, as Goku would then deliver the beat down on Frieza. Beerus would have arrived at this point, as Beerus is still watching what is going on currently, and he's in shock. As by this point, Frieza has no chance against this version of Goku now, as he's easily overpowering him with no effort. Now that Frieza is on the losing end, Goku would have then charged up a full power Kamehameha wave and hit Frieza, killing the Emperor, obliterating him. Now with the universe saved, there was peace finally restored back on Earth. Now for the Dragon Ball Super part, this is where we are going to have Gohan and Piccolo team up to fight the Gammas. Now, Goku and Vegeta would still battled on Beerus' world. He would have won. We still would have had Broly there training with them. We still would have had Gohan and Piccolo team up. Piccolo would have still gotten his orange form and be around the same power levels he was, maybe a little bit stronger. Gohan is way stronger in his beast form. Now, the Gammas are a little bit stronger because they're stronger as well. It wouldn't make too much of a difference since Cell Max would have still been the same. And the Gamma would have sacrificed himself, and then we would have also had the one Gamma who survived. Now, Gohan by this point, he would have easily defeated the Gammas by himself, especially when Cell Max appears. He has no chance against this version of Gohan. His power far exceeds him. Gohan with the full power special beam cannon would have hit Cell Max full force and completely obliterated him from the entire face of the earth. Now, since that is finished, we are now finished with this series. I want to apologize that this episode is not as long, but we were on the back end and I could have extended it for the last part, but I wanted to give you guys one more. But anyway, that is it for this What If series, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all the support. Make sure to be ready for the movie so you can watch the entire part in one go. But anyway, thank you all so much for the support. Let's get to 20,000 subscribers, and I'll talk to you all later.